Hello friends, welcome to our channel Learn and Have Fun. In this video, we will trace a ray of light through a glass slab and measure the angle of incidence, angle of refraction and angle of emergence. For this activity, we need the following materials: a glass slab, an A4 size sheet, few thumb pins, 4 needles, 1 protector, 1 ruler, 1 pencil, some colored pens and a wooden board. Take an A4 size sheet, fix this sheet on a wooden board with the help of thumb pins. This is done to make sure that the paper does not move at all during the process. Place the glass slab at the center of this sheet. Mark the outline of the glass slab with the pencil. Now, remove the glass slab from the sheet. Mark a point on the outline of the glass slab. With the help of a protector, draw a line perpendicular to the outline of the glass slab. This perpendicular line is called the normal to the glass slab at the point of incidence of light ray. Mark the normal as N, O and M. The point O will serve as a point of incidence for the light ray for our experiment. Draw a ray at an angle of 40 degrees with the normal. This ray will be our incident ray for the activity. However, you are advised to draw any angle between 30 degrees to 60 degrees. You may ask, why between 30 to 60 degrees? So friends, if angle of incidence is less than 30 degrees, then the shift between incident ray and emergent ray is very less. And if the angle of incidence is greater than 60 degrees, then shift between incident and emergent ray may be very large that you may not be able to obtain the emergent beam on the opposite surface of the glass slab. So, here the angle of incidence for our activity is 40 degrees. Now place the glass slab on the outline drawn by us. Make sure the glass slab completely fits inside the outline. Now place 2 needles on the incident ray. The needles should be placed vertically, which I mean it should not be tilted. Watch this setup from a different camera angle. Now, keep your one eye closed and see through the glass slab from its opposite side. You will observe the needles when viewed through the glass slab appear to shifted sideways. In our activity, the apparent position of the needles appears slightly left to its actual position. Now find the direction where 2 needles appears to overlap each other, which means in that direction you will be able to see only one needle. The second needle hides behind the first. Now in that direction, place the third needle on the sheet such that all 3 needles are in straight line and third needle overlap the first 2 needles. Friends, this step is very important. If you are not in correct direction, then you will get an error. Now, you can clearly see that all 3 needles are in a straight line when viewed through the glass slab. Similarly, place the fourth needle on the sheet such that all four needles are in straight line when viewed through the glass slab. Now, if you view the setup from the top view, you will see the two needles which we just placed on the opposite side are shifted sideways. But when viewed through the glass slab, all four needles appears in a straight line. Now remove the glass slab. Remove all the needles and mark the points with the pencil. Label the point as PQRS. Join these 2 points with a line and extend it to the glass slab. This line is the emergent ray. Draw a normal at this point where emergent ray meet the glass slab. Name the normal as N-O-M'. Measure the angle of emergence. You will observe that the angle of emergence is equal to the angle of incidence. In our activity, the angle of emergence is exactly 40 degrees. Join points O and O' with a line. This line is refracted ray which is inside the glass slab. Measure the angle of refraction. We find that the angle of refraction in our activity is 24 degrees. When we do experiments, there might be some human errors. That is perfectly fine. An experiment can never be perfect. An error of 1 or 2 degree is acceptable. In our activity, we just got the perfect value of angle of emergence and angle of refraction. Extend the incident ray with the dotted line. Here we can clearly see that the emergent ray is parallel to the incident ray. Label the incident ray, emergent ray and refracted ray. Draw the perpendicular distance between incident ray and emergent ray. This distance is known as lateral displacement or lateral shift. This means that emergent ray is displaced laterally or sideways, and thus it is parallel to the incident ray. So, what we learn from this activity? Number 1. You can observe that the incident ray, when travel from air to glass, it bends towards the normal, and when it comes out of the glass slab, it bends away from the normal. Number 2. Angle of emergence is equal to angle of incidence. Number 3. Emergent ray is parallel to the incident ray. Number 4. Emergent ray is shifted laterally. And last but not the least, number 5. Angle of refraction is less than angle of incidence, indicates that glass is denser than air. Now we are going to check our activity with laser light. When we place the laser beam on the incident ray, we observe that it exactly follows the extended line we draw. This is the direction of incident ray. Now place the glass slab on the outline drawn on the sheet. We observe that the laser beam exactly follows the path which we have traced with the help of needles. This is the direction of the emergent beam. Here we also observe that emergent beam is parallel to the incident beam and it is shifted sideways. Hope you like our efforts to make science a fun subject. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching. Learn and have fun.